Hi everyone and welcome back to the Glow Studio. If you're over 50 and you've ever bought a serum that promised miracles only to end up with a red, tight or even peeling face, you are not alone. And it's not that your skin is too sensitive for serums, it's just that nobody explained to you how to use active ingredients on sensitive skin. In my previous videos in this series, we've already mastered the foundations of cleansing and moisturising for sensitive skin. And today we're moving on to the powerhouse step of your skincare routine, and that is serums. So this is part 4 of our 50 plus sensitive skin reset series. And if you missed the earlier videos, I'll link them below, because when you have sensitive skin, every single part of your skincare routine matters. And today I'll show you how to choose serums that actually calm your skin while they work. And we'll also cover the safest actives to look for in your serum product ingredient list, the correct order of application, how to introduce retinol wisely, and how to avoid the most common mistakes that I often see women making. Let's dive in. So, what is a serum? Now, think of your moisturiser as your skin's overcoat. It protects and seals everything in. But a serum is your targeted treatment. It contains smaller molecules and they're designed to penetrate more deeply into your skin and deliver specific ingredients where they're needed. So I like to think of serums as feeding your developing baby skin cells with everything they need to form into healthy, plump, mature skin cells so that they look great when they reach the surface of your skin. Now, because serums are more concentrated than the rest of your skincare products, serums are also the step most likely to cause skin irritation. So if you choose the wrong one or use it incorrectly, that might be why you're getting some irritation from your serums. But for mature skin, serums are really our best friend. So when we were in our 20s, our skin cells renewed roughly every 28 days. So it took about 28 days for your baby skin cells to get to the surface of your skin. But by the time we reach our 50s, that process can really slow down to 45 or even 60 days, so practically doubling. On top of that, we've got declining collagen production, repair signals in your skin quieten down, and skin becomes thinner and it can be more reactive. So serums are essentially a gentle signal to those baby skin cells to start behaving like younger skin again. And when chosen wisely, serums can support healthy skin renewal without triggering that sensitivity. Now, a common question that I get asked all the time is, can I still use retinol if I've got sensitive skin? And the answer is yes, but we do have to be a little bit smart with how we use it. So we don't want to be thinking of aggressive, really strong percentages of retinol anymore. In fact, more is rarely better for older, sensitive skin. So if you're thinking about starting a retinol, think low and slow. So introduce it just once a week for 2 weeks, then maybe twice a week, no rushing. And retinol is weaker than retinol, so you could try that ingredient first. And some companies make encapsulated retinol or retinol serums, which mean that the retinoid is released more slowly over time, and that can also help to reduce irritation. Another tip when starting out with retinoids is to apply them over moisturiser. Now, we don't normally do that with serums, but it can help to reduce irritation when starting out. And don't start using retinoids if your skin is going through a particularly sensitive phase. Just wait until it's feeling a bit calmer. And finally, avoid using retinoids after acids such as the BHAs, the AHAs, as that'll just increase the risk of sensitivity from your retinoids. And always, always apply SPF every morning, especially if you use retinoids. But if a retinol does scare you, or you've had a bad experience from retinol in the past, you might want to look for some gentler alternatives. There's Bakuchiol is a plant-derived ingredient, and that can support collagen with less irritation than retinoids. And then we've also got peptides, and these act like messengers, encouraging our skin to behave like it used to, increase collagen production without the stinging. There's lots of different serums to choose from when it comes to peptides, so that's probably a video for another day. Then after all of that, we've got what I call your safety stars. So there's Centella Asiatica, also called Cica, and vitamin B5, also called Panthenol. And these two ingredients help repair and strengthen your skin barrier while you're also addressing fine lines. So think of them as a little protective hug for your skin cells. Now, to sum up this section, mature, sensitive skin doesn't need intensity, it just needs a new strategy. Now, a little bit like in the moisturiser video, how you apply your serum can be just as important as what's inside the bottle. So here's a few tips for you. First of all, if you're using more than one serum, which actually I wouldn't recommend until your skin has settled down a little bit, always go from the thinnest serum to the thickest serum. So apply your water-based serums first and your oil-based serums last. Next, we've got the sandwich method. And as I mentioned earlier on, if any serum, not just retinols, do feel a little bit too strong for your skin, apply a light layer of moisturiser first, then apply the serum, and then apply another light layer of the moisturiser. And this really buffers absorption and dramatically reduces irritation. And do avoid stacking actives if your skin is sensitive. It's one of the biggest mistakes in skincare, layering lots of things like vitamin C, retinol, exfoliating acids, all in the same routine, just because someone on TikTok said they should do it, and because you want all of these miraculous benefits from all of those ingredients. And when you apply your serum, similar to moisturiser, if your skin is very sensitive, apply it to your hands, pop it over the palms of your hands, and then press it into your skin. Serums aren't like moisturisers. They don't need a big rub in. They should sink into your skin really quickly. So it's great just to press it in, and they should sink in really fast. So sensitive skin doesn't need multiple product stacking, it just needs simplicity, and that's what we're all about here on this channel as well. So often one targeted serum per routine is plenty. It might be that you use one in the morning and one in the evening routine, but you're not mixing them within the same routine, especially when your skin is reactive. And a really common question I get asked about serums is, how long will it be until I see results? So you might have a soothing serum that is designed to calm redness, and that actually you might see results pretty quickly, I mean, with the first application. But collagen supporting ingredients, they might take 8 or 12 weeks. I usually say try something for 2 to 3 months before you give up on it, because that's how long it's going to take to start showing visible improvements. And think back to how long our baby skin cells take now to reach the surface of our skin, and you want to be feeding those baby skin cells, so you can't judge it until that whole skin renewal process has taken place. Your skin should really respond to consistency, not intensity. So just be patient with your skin. It's doing its best. You're doing your best to support it, and it will just take a little time. But I do always recommend taking a before photo before you start using new products, because it can be very difficult to judge it. And then you can track your progress over the next 3 months. Progress is often subtle, but you will see real progress if you're using good quality products consistently. And I've updated our sensitive skin guide, and I popped a link in the description below, and it's got a curated list of sensitive safe serums for every budget. So it includes my professional favourites from Temple Spa and some really excellent dermatologist backed products that are readily available on Amazon. Something for every budget. It's completely free to download, so please do make use of that. And if this series is helping you feel a little bit more confident in your sensitive skin, then please do take a second just to hit subscribe so that you don't miss my next video. And before we go, tell me in the comments, what serum ingredient have you been too nervous to try? Is it a retinol? Is it a vitamin C? Some acids? I'll be down in the comments with you and I will reply personally to any comments or any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, your skin is a ritual, not a chore. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.